All right, it says that I'm live. Um, uh, the title screen is up there. Stream starting soon. Greetings, folks on YouTube. I didn't go Facebook Live yet. I'm going over there. Those peckerheads are going to want to talk to us over there from over here. That ain't happening. Check this out. That's new. Shameless self promotion for myself there. And it's Patreon. Whore me over there. All right, I'm gonna go live here, but then I'm gonna have to step my crotch into the camera to go live on Facebook. But I kind of sort of think you folks like that, sick bastards. Let's see here. There we go live. Now we go over here. There's crotch. All right, now it says that I'm live on Facebook and it says that I'm live on YouTube. Oh, hi, everyone. Welcome to streaming live from my comfy chair. The lovely Mrs. Comic is over on the sofa there because I have the comfy chair, so she can't really sit behind this curtain to monitor the chat. That's kind of assholish. And again, I'm not trying to be a dick. Well, that's just the way I am. So my work is not really cut out for me. I've got the whole dick thing covered. Facebook. See, I knock shit down. As soon as I'm on Facebook, I knock shit down. Talk about this later. Facebook. Happy to stream over there. There's a live chat going on over on YouTube. That Mrs. Comic is in that chat. So if you drop any comments on there, like hello, how are you, what's the story, when you're doing this one, I'm not going to see them until tomorrow, probably, and then it's like you lose the live thing. So if you got to watch Facebook, fantastic. But also, if you want to get in on the live chat, it's youtube.com/Amish Comic, and that stream is active right now. So here we go. Why am I doing this? Why am I suddenly streaming again? Because I have no work. That's why I'm streaming again. I am actually trying to make money, and that is the part. Thank you, Unshunned, to subscribe to my stuff over there. But if you can shoot me some loot, that's fantastic. PayPal is amishcomic@gmail.com. Venmo, that Amish Comic. You're like, well, what the fuck? Why should we pay for this shit when it's free? Well, that's a good point, but this is my job. This is how I make a living, or attempt to make a living. So I got my notes here. I don't want to miss anything. And also Facebook Live. If I'm sideways, turn your fucking phone around or whatever it is, or head on over to YouTube, because I can only do so much here. I got too many devices plugged in. I'm going through my notes here. I don't want to miss any shit. Oh, I know what I want to cover. Sometimes folks bust my Amish ass about why I am so far away from the cameras. I know a lot of folks that stream do this. And see, that's a little creepy to me. See, we're just hanging out. And if you were actually hanging out in this room, this is about this thing that you would see. We wouldn't put our faces right in like that. That's fucking weird. The people that can do that, hooray for them, but that isn't me. So now, back to my notes here. Oh yeah, so I actually only have 2 gigs in December before Christmas, and one of them was last night, and another one is a Wednesday in New Jersey. Actually, both in New Jersey. It's kind of odd that Pennsylvania has shunned me for December going into Christmas, but it's Jersey, and they're actually, I love both the places that I worked, but the money is just kind of like, so that's why I'm doing this stuff. I will be doing December 28th at the Sellersville Theater. If you could pick a show to see me that's the one. I love all my shows. I work as hard as one show to the next. Sparky's trying to get in on the action here, looking for her bookshelf. Uh, it's theater. It's a beautiful theater, stage, green room. All that's where I would see me. And yes, the tickets are more expensive, but you are paying for the experience. That's what's going on. Um, so the tickets are on sale online for Sellersville Theater. They're reserved. They got some cabaret seats left, and they've got some other stuff going there. Sparky's front. Sparky, Sparky went in to get a drink. Now I guess I'm gonna have to give you Sparky updates. Um, but that's really one of my favorite places to perform. I love it down there, especially since Spark. There you go. There's just a matter of time before she flies over to Mrs. Comic over there because it's the superior choice. That's what I do. Um, so Sellersville Theater I've been doing for years and years and years, and but it's never got back to its glory days after I had two sold out shows that got snowed out in one night, and the schedule was so busy that they had to schedule those shows for Wednesdays when there was no snow. Wednesdays. And so a lot of people said, "Fuck it, we'll just take the refund." And then the kick in the balls there was the first rescheduled snow Wednesday, it fucking snowed. Not enough to cancel the show, but there she went, first into flight, came back. If you don't know what happened there, Sparky burst into flight from my knee, headed for Mrs. Comic. Mrs. Comic was not presenting a good thing to land on, so she just did fucking loop and came back. Nah, do it. Here you go. You need it. We're passing off Sparky is what's happening right now. So now, she's blessed with the gift of flight, and yet I have to Uber her around the house. Now, the fun thing about that is sometimes she gets pissed off about where I took her. So she's liable to fly back and say, "I didn't really want to go over there, so fuck off." Well, I added the cursing part, but you get the point. So Sellersville Theater is very important to my career. That's the show I would pick to come see me. New Year's Eve, Emmaus Fire Company #1. That show is on, babies. Prices have gone up. They're $20 a whack. They're going to be online, probably ticket sales only. That's always a lot of fun. I miss doing that show, and I love Emmaus Fire Company #1, but they're also a little crazy. I just was in contact with them about running the show, and they said, "I got to get the posters up there. I got to get this. We already have 23 tickets sold on there." That's impossible. I didn't fucking put it on sale yet, so I don't know what they're selling or who they're selling it to, but they could be in for a rude awakening, those 23 people. I don't know if they're doing shit in the backyard or who the fuck knows what. So there's that. And the way to help me get my career back in place is come to my show or throw me some loot on these live streams, or just fuck it, just do your own thing. So last night I did a. I've never really done these. It's called you're actually technically the unpolite phrase is you're a throwaway act. There's a giant. It was a wise guy show in New Jersey. Just about an hour and 45 minutes to get there. Fair money, considering I only had to do 20 minutes. It's basically a giant Italian New Jersey party. There's alcohol and food, and it was singers. It was all Italian singers and me. So I went early in the night. They had a Elvis impersonator, and that gave me some nightmare flashbacks from when I had an Elvis impersonator on the show with me. And he thought he was the headliner, and I knew I was the headliner, and he wanted to beat me up in the parking lot, and his girlfriend, well, he had sequins on, and he actually stayed in character. That was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen. And then, so that brought up some bad memories there. And then they had like a lounge singer last night, and they had like go-go girls and shit. And then these Christmas parties, okay, it's about 300 people that get really drunk. There's always loud talking in the back, and you can't be a dick to them because it's a Christmas party, for fuck's sake. So old me used to go nuts at the loud part of the room at like a corporate Christmas party or whatever. but new improved me thought, if I yell at the people that are not listening to me, that's very disrespectful of the people who are listening to me. So I tried to focus on the people that were actually listening to me, and that worked out really well. But man, that is a fucking concentration. That's like trying to land an airplane while someone's in your ear going, get out, 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 get out. But I did it, and then afterwards, there's people who enjoyed my show. This I have to use an Italian accent here to get off my case because it's all Italians, and it took me 5 years to figure out New Jersey Italians. The people have been so fucking nice to me. There's people coming up to me and go, "Hey, you were fucking funny. Those other guys in the back, they didn't fucking mean nothing by us. See, what happens is you get some Italians together, and as soon as you get some food and you get some alcohol, then forget about it." And he wasn't even kidding. He was trying to console me. So that was pretty badass when audience apologizes for other audience, and it really wasn't their fault. They actually paid. It was like a fundraising thing. But the point of this ramble is, if you go to a corporate Christmas party or any kind of party and you are not paying for it, you must fucking enjoy the entertainment. You can't fuck up entertainment at somebody's wahoo if you're not fucking paying. That's the simple, common sense there. So that was actually a lot of fun and an exercise in trying to focus and remembering who my fans are, and don't play to the dickheads. I'm like, how did it take me fucking 30 years to figure that out? You focus on the assholes, and the real fans are like, what the fuck, dude? We're here. We're listening. So I'm proud of myself. And if I can't be proud of myself, then nobody fucking can. How about that? So, and I think they're gonna have me back next year, the Wise Guys show. So that was some good fun there. And that's it for work. That is it. December 15th, I will be at Uncle Vinny's, Point Pleasant, New Jersey. Only dumbass like me would book a beach show in the winter. Again, really fun club, small club, Wednesday night. It's not going to buy any Jaguars for anybody in the family for Christmas, but hey, it's nice work if you can get it. So that's cooking off right there. Oh, back to the Sellersville show. Here's why the Sellersville Theater, why I'm so excited about it. I have put opening acts on that show years gone by, and I have had some problems with the opening acts with people that I know. They just go fucking nuts in that green room down there. I don't know what it is. I think there is a ghost in that green room when I'm there that probably follows me around, and he fucking haunts and destroys my opening acts. I've seen them. I've yelled on the phone to their significant other. There's kids running away from home 5 minutes before I'm going on stage. Plus, it's a shitty budget. So this year, I decided I am going to be my own opening act, because here's the logic. If you haven't seen me for 2 years, you want to get to me. You don't want to say, oh, we haven't seen Raymond for 2 years. Let's go. And then I say, okay, here we go. Show's at 8 o'clock. But here, at 8 o'clock, I'd like to introduce you to a comedian that you are completely unfamiliar with to kick off the excitement of the show. To put this in perspective, imagine your kids are off at college and they're coming home for their first Thanksgiving, and you haven't seen them since September, and you couldn't believe that you would miss them, but you actually do, and you're so excited they're coming home for Thanksgiving, and you hear the car pull up, and they don't come into the house, but you run to the door to throw your arms around them, say, welcome home, but your child brought their college roommate along and send them to the door. It's kind of like an opening act. Here, you don't really know me, but I live with your son. And hug him. It's fucking stupid. So I'm doing the opening show myself, 8 o'clock. I'm just going to be like a 90-minute show. I'm just going to fucking do everything that I can think of, and some shit that I haven't thought of. So that is also a reason for the diehard fan. If you love the opening acts, then that's a bad show for you right there. So, all right, we got that. Let's see. I know I'm gonna peek in here because I always know there's people. Kevin Keller's in there. Richter's probably in there. Randy Lehman's in there. Eric P's in there. I don't know if Richter's in there yet. I don't even know if Clee's sister's in there yet. But they're coming. If they're not in there, they're coming. This is really weird for me too because it's a comfort zone. But usually my wife, Mrs. Comic, is on the other side of this thing. I can see her now, so I have to remember not to like gawk at her because I'm sitting there. She's looking good today, as always. So I have to focus a little bit here. You should put on an ugly mask or something. I'm trying to work here, woman. Quiet. Let's see here. Okay, so there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Got that. New Year's Eve show. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, little bragging here. Little bragging. It's extremely difficult to open show business again. Like I say, the struggle is real. I've always been as nuts of a person as I am. I've had health consciousness about me. I am the first. You won't believe this. You're going to think I'm making it up, but I am the first live entertainer with a good following in the Lehigh Valley to present a no smoking show. I was back in the 90s. I don't remember what year. It was at Days In. They fought me. They're like, I have so many people that say they're not coming to my show because of the smoke. So we decided to run a no smoking show, first one ever, and I even fought with them at the Days In. They were like, they're not going to drink as much as the smokers. Well, technically they will because they'll live longer and then they'll get to drink more over a longer amount of time. So you're wrong about that. But we ran the no smoking night before because that would be stupid to smoke in the room one night and then send the no smokers in the next night. But I told them to sell them bottled water. They drank water like a motherfucker. And then I love my fans because they keep me on my toes. People were asking at the smoking show, do you have to smoke? No! But there's going to be a lot of fucking smoke in there, so you're probably going to be smoking just by virtue of being there. So that's health conscious me. No credit on the no smoking show. Now you can't smoke at any of the shows, and I'm fine with that because it's tough on the pipes. So that's my touring schedule. So above and beyond that, I have to make money. And you say, well, what the fuck? We're not going to pay for this. The fuckers on Facebook are like, well, why are we even watching this? I just don't even know my own self. So there's all that. For my unshun, I've been neglecting you, but I've thought of something. Mary the Feral Cat. It's an incredible story, and I'm working on a teeny tiny little, I would call it a documentary. It's only going to be like 10 minutes long, but her story is actually rather amazing because Thanksgiving, how many years ago, she was out back with the kitten, Jerry, and we found Jerry at home, and Mary kind of ran off and let us give all the food and the warm shelter to the kitten, and then we found a home for the kitten. Mary said, okay, now it's my turn. I want to get fattened up and all that. But it was not easy to get her in the house and tame and all that stuff. So she learned to recognize the beep of the car when I come home from a road trip. She'd be out, beep, the PT Cruiser, and Mary come tear acid across the street. So I'm working on a documentary of the story of Mary for my unshun because, you want some extra content. And I'm like, what the fuck? All I do is fuck around with cats. And Sparky's really the boss of me. So that's going to be coming up over there. Also, I don't know if you're cat people or not, but not a lot of cats do this. And our daughter just got a kitten, a rescue kitten that was feral, lived outside, and it's a Fireball. That's what it is. Hank Fireball. They're going to have their hands full of him because he got comfortable there in a very short amount of time. Some cats do bird calls, and it's the most craziest, insane thing you've ever seen. They'll sit at the window, right? And cats are mostly smart, but this makes them a little stupid because there's no cat that can do a bird call good enough to trick a bird into flying through a fucking window and coming in the house. But they'll sit there and they look at the bird and hear, and somehow it sounds like a bird. And we had a cat however many years ago that could do like fucking 19 different birds, and her face would get all fucking distorted and shit. So Hank the kitten can do bird calls. Bearcat outside doesn't even fucking make any sounds at all. Nothing. I mean, I just don't even have a clue. I've never even heard it hissed at us a couple of times. So if you've never experienced a cat that can do bird calls, it's kind of pretty amazing. So there's that. We got a couple of cat notes here. I'm allergic, but I've been around cats a long time. Cecil cat that I swooped out of the alley and took it to my beautiful wife, not knowing that we were going to hook up, and then the cat would come live with me. There's a lot of great stories that reminded me of what weird shit cats do. Cats get stuck in things. That's fucked up, and it can cause you a little panic. So Cecil had a kitten that got to be kind of sort of big, like Chris, strong teenager, and it got stuck in a fucking like a pickle jar, an empty pickle jar. We were actually really upset because there was no fucking way it could have fit in this fucking pickle jar. We're like, and we didn't have digital cell phones or none of this shit to take pictures and all that shit. So it's just a memory of it. We were panicking. We're reaching in the pickle jar. How do I get this fucking cat out of here? Then, genius me, I ran the can opener, which thought a can of food was opening, and the fucker just broke right out of there. But cats go in stuff. If you have a cat and you can't find it, look in stuff. So you can learn some shit from my show here. See, I'm gonna check some of this shit off here. All right. Okay, so here's another one. And I feel bad for my wife because only I ever experienced this, but now she got a turn too. So we were cat sitting this past week, or the week before, and I couldn't go along, and then the cats that we were watching was the famous Gus story. Gus was hiding in the fucking sofa. So it goes out into the woods a little bit. Now, I know this, but my wife doesn't know this. When I go to shows and I'm out in the middle of nowhere and it starts to be like just one kind of tiny little dark road that winds around, turns, and it's 15, 20 miles an hour, fuckers who live there drive them things 60, 70, 80 miles an hour because they can fucking do it drunk and they know how to bang them turns and get the fuck out. And they road rage peckerheads like me who are unfamiliar with the roads and drive at somewhat of a normal speed and sometimes a little slower because you don't fucking know. The one road we used to call it opossum killing road because there were fucking dead opossums all over the fucking place. So they were road raging my wife like a couple of nights at just the locals, and then I started to put a couple of things together here. It seems to me like most of the times that I am road raged is by a pickup truck, one of them really big fuckers that is up so, and the Subaru sits down low, and then big fucking trucks come up, and those high beams hit you right in the fuck, they can fry your fucking brains, and it seems like it's always a pickup truck. And first and foremost, I stand by this, even though there's probably some really nice people in pickup trucks that drive properly. You never really get road rage by like a Mini Cooper. There's not really betting on your ass and screaming and beeping and yeah, fuck out of it. And you look back there and it's a little fucking smart car. No, it's always one of them big ass fucking trucks. And here's the night to mock pickup trucks. First and foremost, I would love to have a pickup truck, except I've never got one for a couple reasons. A, I don't have any fucking money to buy a new truck. And B, once you have a pickup truck, you are everybody's friend when they gotta move or buy a refrigerator or a sofa, any of that shit. So fuck that. And I don't want to do all that happy horse shit. But the name pickup truck bothers me. It's kind of stupid. It was first named because they made a truck where you could go pick up stuff. That you think they could have got a better name. What should we call this thing? Well, people are going to buy it and they're going to go and pick up stuff. Okay, let's call it a go get stuff and bring it back homer truck. No, pickup truck. Fuck it. It needs a new name. Pickup truck. People stop fucking road raging. People. So I actually would like to get a beater, teeny tiny little car and put one of the big fucking truck horns on it and go around and fucking road rage some fuckers when I'm looking for revenge. And they'll turn around and they won't even see me because I'll be in a little Mini Cooper. And they go, what the fuck was that? Motherfucker, they'll think it's a ghost. That's a good idea. Put that down on a list of things to do when I got way too much fucking money. You gotta visualize. Visualize the thing here. Oh, and as I'm performing live again, I'm trying to bring back some older material. Uh, and something that I forgot was when you almost hit a deer. It's a whole thing of comedy, and I realized that one of the reasons I forgot is because when you stream live from your living room, you really don't have much chance of hitting a deer. If I do, then there's some really weird fucking shit going on in this house. So that's a piece of comedy. I might perform that later on tonight, uh, but I'm not. I don't feel it. See, one of the problems too is from performing in my chair. There's certain pieces of comedy that you can't really perform in the chair. Uh, Although that's actually one that I could perform in the chair. So I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. I'll make a little note. Come back to this later because he ain't ready right now. All right. So here we go. Um, oh, and I don't know how this has been working out for me, but um, we just had to, my wife and I just had an anniversary. We had a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Um, we had to buy 4 Subaru tires. That was our anniversary gift. There you go. You take 2, and I'll take 2. Happy anniversary. We got Subaru tires. Um, Mostly every time in my life when I have to get tires for a vehicle, it's right before Christmas. I don't know. I don't understand how that works. The car might feel neglected and just say, hey, you know what I want for Christmas? I want new fucking shoes, bitch. How about that? So, and that significantly reduces everybody's Christmas gift. And in this case of this year, it actually eliminated some. So I'm going to be uh, sending pictures of the tires to the family and say, Merry Christmas. Thank you very much. Your gifts paid for this right front tire. Really appreciate it. And that'll be the Christmas card. Uh, so people, that's the thing, man. I don't have a fucking clue how people do it when shit goes wrong like that. Like me, I can sit in a chair and beg and say, please send me money. And even if you don't, it gives me some sort of false hope. Uh, because if you don't got that, man, what the fuck? Jeez. And fucking feral cats, they don't fucking pay you for all the fun you give them. So there's that. Let's see here. Oh, I got. I'm not ready to do my Christmas block yet, but I do have some holiday tips for you, or really just some warnings. Um, so when it becomes this time of year, and you have to travel to your family that you're not really that familiar with, or you might have to stay overnight, or they're coming to your house, uh, this is a shout out to all you guys out there with a man cave, which I have never felt the need to have personally. You guys are really fucked because uh, if they're coming to your house, you can't just hide in your man cave and then you're gonna pout. And you say, "What the fuck are all these people doing here? I want to be in my man cave." And you sure as fuck aren't gonna let them into your man cave, right? Well, if you were going away, then you would miss your man cave. Now, uh, here's what I love about the man cave. Mostly every guy that has a man cave has a wife who helped him build it and design it. And that way, the guy in a man cave feels like he's king of the castle, but you just been hornswoggled by someone smarter than you because you are basically a crazy person in your house who's kept in just one exact room. They keep you in the man cave. That's where you stay. They have control of you that way. And when you come into the house to visit people, it's actually kind of like a supervised visit. So while you're sitting there going, my man cave, they're going, yeah, it's secure. He's locked down. We don't think he's going to come out tonight. And some probably have locks on the other side of the door so that he can't come out, but you would never know that because you're too fucked up in your man cave thinking you got it made and they're trying to schedule the next visit. You gotta wait till he fucking sobers up and you can see him tomorrow at 3. And then we don't know for a couple of days. He's been on the corn jug. Twilight Zone reference there. Uh, so that's something for you. Travel tip right there. Supervised visits. Oh, I don't know if anybody does this, but I used to, I use my iPhone when I set alarms all the time, and I used to just have one, and I changed it. Then I started to to do alarms because my daughter said she just sets a million alarms for all different times. Let's see, you probably can't see this, but if you do that, it's just a million things. And what I do is I label them, and then I do the thing, and then I don't change the label. And then while I wake up at that same time, another time I'll see a false labor, false labor. I'll see a false labor. I'll go into labor. I'll see a false message, and it'll make me fucking nuts because I'll think, what the fuck? So I have to actually delete some of these or rename them. I will tell you, there's one here, 3:45 a.m. Scott wedding. My friend Scott in the Philippines got married, and he didn't consider the possibility that I had to get up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning for this wedding. That's a great alarm there. I can't delete that one. Here's one, 5:20 a.m. Chicken or the egg. Took a while to decode that. That's the time we had to leave to get to the beach to be allowed to have the chicken or the egg for breakfast. I believe that's what that was. 6:15, turn coffee on. If I'm up at 6:15 to turn coffee on, it's because I haven't gone to sleep yet. So there's that. Some are just cleverly labeled get up. Some have the wrong ringtone. One of my favorites is this one, 8:30 a.m. And it's supposed to be inspirational. It says, Bowie got up early. And Sparky was quick to mock me. 8:30 is not early! Dickhead! So there's that. So if you do this, I don't know how you deal with it. But I gotta clean some of these up. But I hate setting a new alarm. Sometimes these fuckers go off when you don't want them. So there's that. Yeah, there's nothing that exciting there. So there's all that shit. Oh, I know when it's fucking nuts. If you have a bill to pay on an exact day and you put it in there and then you pay it and then you need that time again, you lose your fucking mind because you think, oh, paid electric bill. And then a week later you gotta get up and say, paid electric bill. What the fuck? I thought I just paid that. And then you panic, and then you realize it's okay. And it turns out to be fun, but gee whiz. All right, so zooming right along here. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. That's a clean version of fuck you and a bucket of goo. And so, oh, I forgot to piss and moan about this on the Subaru tires. How the fuck did we ruin 4 tires during pandemic fucking driving nowhere? They must have been fucking bald pre-pandemic and fucking ready to go. Fuck me. Alright, so there we go. Special room, man cave, iPhones, that's a page, boom, roasted. Oh, those of you who know who Baboomsa is, that is the name of our Echo device when we don't want to say Alexa, because now she's going to get all worked up. Our Alexa, our Baboomsa, has gone completely fucking insane. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but Alexa, what is my note?
I found 9 notes to say N, F, L, play Corona O, and play Neha Cocker. Would you like to hear the next 4?
No. I don't know if you can hear that,
okay.
But one of the notes was play Hey Now Cocker or something like that. I don't even know what the fuck it was. I think she's spying on us. The other thing that she's been doing lately is when we ask anything like, Baboomsa, what's the weather? And then she will say what the weather is, the temperature, then overnight. And then when you think it's done, she'll go, I can also tell you what the wind chill is in Finland. Would you like to hear that? No, where the fuck did that come from? I don't even have a fucking clue where that came from. So my Baboomsa has been going a little insane, and perhaps she will make some sort of insane appearance here tonight. Now, back to my shower curtain. That is basically a generic logo for the Wheel of Time, the Aes Sedai. I believe it is, the colors are correct here, but since things are reversed, they might be fucked up. I don't really know. Hardcore Wheel of Time book fan. I'm loving the Wheel of Time series on Amazon Prime. The book readers community. It's a great time to start reading the books. There's like fucking 15 of them, but the support team is there. So I read these with the support team, and the book readers and one of the book writers and content creators had a lot to do with the Amazon production of Wheel of Time. And that's fucking unheard of, to ask fans, book fans, content creators, what should be in this, what characters should we not fuck up. So we watched this whole thing happen, but we did not predict this. We knew, the book readers, we knew that when the series came out, a lot of people would love it who did not read the books. And they would ask us what's going to happen, because the first season is only like 2 books. But what we did not predict was that we would sometimes watch the Wheel of Time TV show, book readers, with people who have not read the books. And the book readers, we are fucking not stable in the head. So we would be watching this thing with a non-book reader, and we'd go, oh my God, would you believe it? I can't believe it. She smoothed her skirt. And then the book readers are losing their fucking mind. Did you see it? And it's trending on Twitter. You won't fucking believe it. Man, Nynaeve smoothed her skirt. I'm losing my fucking mind. Did you see that? Let's wind it back. And the people who haven't read the books are like, dude, what's your fucking problem? What is your actual fucking problem? And then they just dropped on cursing in the Wheel of Time is weird. Blood and Ashes is just their version of fuck you and a bucket of goo. And we've gone through 5 episodes, and just episode 5, we got a Blood and Ashes. And again, people lost their fucking minds. Oh my God, did you believe that? Blood and Ashes. And the people who haven't read the books, like, you really got to get a life and settle down. There's so much inside stuff that they put in for the book geeks that it's really incredible. Well, then, even the book readers piss me off, though, because people want things. We're so spoiled. I deal with this with my own show. People are not afraid to tell me what's wrong with my show, and I think you should do this. And it's kind of a little bit rude. So some of the book readers, it was never supposed to be exactly the books. They told us that. It's not going to be exactly like the books. There'll be some changes made. The kids will be older, and we want to try to attract the TV audience. So they knew this, but still, some of the book readers going over the fucking cuckoo's nest. The one person said, I'm going off the Twitter now, they said, that was not how I pictured it in the book when I read it. Who the fuck can go in your mind and have a TV show be like how you fucking read it? What the fuck? I'm glad they didn't go in my mind. I like to read things, and if I can't think of shit, the creatures are like stick figures and shit. I'm thrilled that they didn't go in my fucking mind. Who the fuck ever had anything that they read and how they pictured it? And then it would turn into a movie or a TV show. They said, yeah, you know where they got that? Right here. I fucking wrote that. They sucked it right out of my fucking brain. That's how spoiled we are. And it's just, fuck. The characters are great. Story's great. I'm obsessed with it. We just watch it all the fucking time. And there is so much shit in there that's awesome for the book readers. They did it. So they clockwork Amished us. They put all kinds of little shit in there so that we, the book geeks, can just sit here and go, oh, look at that. Oh my God, you won't believe that. There's fucking evil sitting in the cafe, and there's that's terrible over there, and he smooths the skirts, and Blood and Ashes, and so it's fun to watch it and see all this shit. Oddly enough, I can pick shit out, and I don't really observe things. My ass could be on fire, and I won't even know it. In fact, my friend Frank, who used to watch this show, but he has more fun running around with his beautiful wife, he had me drive his car one time, and he set the ass heater, which I never use. We have them in cars, but I don't really like the ass heater. He set it to 4,000 degrees while I was driving, and I didn't fucking notice. And he sat over there giggling, and sweat was rolling down my fucking head and all this and that shit. I don't even really know what the point of that story was, but something. Do you see how my mind works? I was talking about Wheel of Time, and then my ass was lit on fire. Oh, is that I don't notice things? That's what the point of that was. But I'm really noticing shit in the shows, so I'll be watching that tonight. Clee's sister's been watching them. I know that. She's been reading the books, coming along. You don't need to read the books to see the show. In fact, if you haven't read the books, you can just start both right now. It's actually kind of incredible. But be warned that the prologue in book one took me like 16 fucking tries to get through it. It's weighty. And then when it's done, the book goes back to where it belongs. But the prologue is like, if you hear about all this Wheel of Time, oh I love Wheel of Time, people are going nuts, and you go, let me check it out, and you dive into the prologue of book one with no help, you're gonna be fucked in a bucket of goo. So make sure you have a support team. And they didn't do the prologue for the TV show. Thank goodness. I don't know how the fuck they would have done it. Sparky's asleep on the foot over there. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, we're geeks, you know, we're cocky geeks. It's fun to know what's going to happen because we, the book readers, we know what's going to happen, sort of, because they're twanging it a little bit. But it's fun to watch all that shit. Oh, this falls under the category of the deer story that has been in my show, or not in my show. I keep pulling shit out of my pocket. Where the fuck is my pen? I don't know. But anyway, here's another one. Something I can't really do on a live stream. It's a bit about the old gas stations, and then you drive over a hose and ding a bell, and then Michael Myers would come out from a skateboard that he was laying on, and he'd be all fucking mad. When I do that on stage, I actually usually lay down and push myself out, so that would be a tremendous problem here in the living room. But we do make a note that that is going to be coming back into my show. Let's see again, and if you're just joining us on Facebook, you're not part of the live chat over on YouTube. Mrs. Comic is in chat over on YouTube, and I know you're gonna post comments and all that shit. And again, we'll see them, but when we see them, we won't be there. How about that? And I've told you some of this shit before, and I can't remember if I told you this one. I got out of jury duty. Because I'm nuts, actually, and I was having a home with my doctor, and he actually just had a bad jury duty experience, which I didn't know about, and he wrote me a note, and I sent it in, and they just left me right out of jury duty, and it was kind of amazing. And I didn't actually even read the note. I just sent the PDF, I forwarded it, and in 10 minutes, I was out. And I read the note, and it said something like this. I'm paraphrasing. He said, Mr. Raymond has been a patient of mine for over 10 years, and in my professional opinion, he is not fit to serve duty. Period. Didn't even say anything about jury duty. I was excused because he said, I am not fit. And he left it blank. I could use that fucking excuse for anything. Anything that I would not be fit for. So I'm saving that, and I can very easily change the date on that fucker. So that's amazing. Normally people would consider that an insult, but I am using that as a generic, all occasion, get out of jail, free card. Not fit. How about that? So there's that. Boom, roasted. Fuck you in a bucket of goo. If Richter's in the house, bourbon balls. He likes that.
Yes.
He's there. Richter, if I don't say bourbon balls. Somebody else, I can't remember who likes when I pour this, because somehow it makes people have to pee. Usually makes Sparky thirsty, but she probably won't give up comfort for a drink. I don't know. So there's that. Hope everybody's doing well. Holiday season, man, it's tough. Just the process of who do we got to get gifts for. Oddly enough, not having money, there's a freedom there of a little bit of panic too. You just run around a house and see what could we re-gift. If you watch some of my other streams, that eye chart light has got somebody's name on it in this family. I don't know who's getting it. Oh my God, this is amazing. Well, you shouldn't have. Fucking A right, I shouldn't have. I never should have gotten the first. So, here, this one, on my cheater notes here. I have to create online income through streaming, storytelling, podcasting, and oh wait, this is not a note from the comedy book. This is sorry, that was bad. That's like a career destination note, like a mantra or a vision. Uh, got my fucking notebooks mixed up. There we go. So as I get back out into the world, also there's some fun stuff going on. Uh, there's a I like pizza for all meals. That's my joke. And I like a whole bunch of different kinds of pizza. And a pizza place in Emmaus, there's like we got like fucking 9 pizza places. So the one place I won't name names, they're just a family business. They're very nice, and they really love me. And so I know I can sound like I'm all full of myself, but I've been gone an hour to get a pizza at a place that's only 5 minutes away because they love talking to me and I love talking, and I don't fucking love talking to anybody right now because I want to get home and I really don't have anything to say. But they haven't seen me in about a year, and I went in there, and it's just one of those things where I think people can't believe that anybody who's a comedian in show business could have a fucking tough road or anything. Because he asked me, he said, how's it going? I said, well, uh, I've been hurting. It's hard to find work. I'm trying to rebuild my career. I'm doing all this stuff. It took me 30 years to build a career where I knew how to book shows here, there, what month, so they wouldn't be in competition, where I would make the most money. And he goes, that's great. I'm there. No, it isn't great. I just fucking told you it was all destroyed and I gotta fucking rebuild it. There's nothing fucking great about that, for fuck's sake. That's why I can't really talk to people. So that's why I got to kind of run in, pick up the pizza, and get the fuck out of there because I, I, I sound like I'm crying the blues, but well, I am crying the blues. But my career is going to take a long time. I think it's going to take, realistically speaking, 2 or 3 years to build it back where I'm comfortable. Where if the Subaru needs tires, I'm going, oh fuck it, it's fine. They can get tires. We'll still have Christmas. So if you run into me out in public and I don't seem like I'm ready to jump up and click my heels together, it's because, like I say, I only have 2 gigs in December before Christmas. They're both in New Jersey, and the money is fair. That's about all we can say about it. But that having been said, I still have the ability to do this. Now, back to some Christmas tips here. This thing that got knocked over early on in the thing, this is one of the most prized possessions in my life. I actually kind of sort of inherited this from my wife's lovely mother. We were such good friends, Joyce, and she got this thing. It picks shit up. Like when you drop shit, it picks shit up. If you don't know what to get for people, get them a pickup stick, not a pickup truck. This thing is fucking amazing. So you can do all kinds of shit with it. You can push Bearcat food bowls. They can retrieve things like that. I don't know where you'd get it. I don't even know what you call it. But if they could call something a pickup truck, they could call this a pickup stick. Get yourself a pickup stick. That's a good fucking gift for people, especially if you got back woes and all kinds of shit. That's kind of fantastic there. I'm all over the place. It's the time of year also where I've been trying to hide from social media. I'm trying to post things, but everybody's so fucking nuts. One of the problems is everybody's fucking nuts, and we know about it. That's the problem. See, we've always been nuts, but we never knew each other were nuts. They just like exist, and people were polite. Social media has made it so now we know exactly how fucking insane everyone is, and this thing isn't even really that bad. But sports people, football people, are so deep into it, and the players and shit. I don't know the names of players anymore at all. But I will just go in there and I will see something that I know is, wow, these people, this is football, that's what's going on now. And it'll be something real, to me, obscure. Like, Can you believe they didn't re-sign Schmidlap for another year? That's really terrible. They are so fucked. Pelsing will never do the job. They really fucked up there. And there'd be like 95 fucking comments on, I don't even fucking know what sport they're talking about, much less what team. So that's kind of a crazy cult. That's for the Wheel of Time has shit like that, but it's not on Facebook. It's like they have their own little group, so they don't have to see the football things and all that. So if you're into that, and you know who Schmidlap is, go team, go. But I just enjoy seeing that, and I refrain from commenting because I don't have a fucking clue what's going on there. It also, I sound like I'm complaining. I'm so appreciative of everything that I have in my life, and my fans, and my career, my wife, family, just amazing stuff. But still, little things piss me off. I love this town, I really do. But I wish Emmaus would stop using emergency ambulance and fire alarms to launch every fucking fun activity. We woo woo. What the fuck? What's going on? Oh, it's homecoming football. It's just, woo woo. What's going on? Oh, it's just old Christmas Santa Claus going on. There must be budget to get a fucking sound system, put it in a fire engine, and drive around and pipe a fucking Christmas song through there. There must be. But if they need to scare the fuck out of us with a disaster siren before the fun happens, that's kind of sort of like a tradition. So fuck me in a bucket of goo right there. I thought I had like fucking 9 hours of material. Oh, I know why. My show's over already. Because the two old pieces of comedy that I wasn't sure if I could perform in my chair, I think when I blocked out the time for this, I thought I could perform it in my chair. So that's what fucked up my timing right there. So now I have to make some attempt to perform the thing. So the deer thing is happening, and that's another crazy thing that happens to us. Mostly me, is if I'm watching anything and I can connect it to anything, if it's unrelated, it can fuck me right up. There's like lines in the Wheel of Time that resemble some lines from some funny comedy shows that I like and all that shit, and it completely fucks me up. So my wife sent me a thing on Instagram, and it was a deer running along the highway, and she said, this reminds me of the story of when you raced a deer. So that's what that's all about. So the piece of comedy is basically that if you've ever almost hit a deer, but you didn't, that should be a flavor of marijuana. Oh, I like 3 hits of, I almost hit a deer, but I didn't. You're like, what happened? You won't believe this. I almost hit a deer, but I didn't. I should be dead, and yet I live. Now, here's my almost hit a deer experience. I'm on Route 80. It's dark, and everything's really fast, and I have a PT Cruiser with low-profile wheels that if I drive over a pebble, it shoots through your fucking back. And a deer was running next to the PT Cruiser. I couldn't fucking believe it. And so, this is a true story. So I'm like, I always wonder how fast a deer could run. So normal people would scream and put on the brakes and let the fucking deer go. But I slowed down to try to see how many miles an hour the deer was running. And the deer was running right alongside me. And then I dropped down to like 40, and it still was behind me. And then I dropped down to like 20 something, and then it started to go ahead. And then I'm figuring I can really pin this down to an exact miles per hour that this deer can run. And then the trolls in my idea hall were waving things, go, you could also fucking die. Wow! So then I decided I better fucking stop, and then we'll just have a fucking gauge. And that's the thing where you almost hit a deer, but then you didn't. And when you first see a deer, when you're driving, peripheral vision, you never think it's a deer. It's always a fucking Sasquatch or a fucking Night of the Living Dead, a fucking zombie. Fuck me! Oh, what is it? And then when you look and it's a deer, you're kind of sort of relieved. You go, fuck, I thought that was a ghoul. Oh, thank goodness it's just a deer. And then you go, what the fuck do I care if I'm going to die if it's a deer or Sasquatch? I'll be fucking dead any which way but loose. And then you don't hit it, and then that was fucking close. But now the problem also, especially up there on Route 80, is You didn't hit the deer. You're so blessed you feel like the 3 hits of I almost hit a deer, but I didn't. But now you're awake and you are fucking paranoid, and every fucking little thing in the night looks like a fucking deer for the whole rest fucking hour ride home. Fuck me, a deer! Oh no, it's a fucking mailbox. Fuck that shit. So that's going to be making a triumphant comeback into my show. Where's my other silly note here? I'm not laying down and doing the car thing here. So there is anything going on in the chat there, woman? Is everybody just hanging out? We got anything exciting in the chat? You probably lost everyone. Here's my notebook here.
I got some happy anniversary.
Cool. All right, so. This is the exciting part of the show. I think this is a part of the show where I lose people on Facebook, and they just can't believe people would pay for this. Let's see, Sparky's coming back over. Oh, hi. These are notes for something that is not now. I'm looking at notes. I was doing a film wrap party with Crenshaw, and I thought I was going to speak for 30 minutes. It turns out I wasn't even really invited, but I have all these film and or TV industry stories ready in my notebook, which really does me no good right now. America's Got Talent, Season 5, boom, roasted. Dodge Ram commercial. Hey, is that a Dodge Ram in your pocket, or just happy to see me? Yanked off the air after like 2 days. None of this stuff does me any good. Bikini Bandits. That is when you have a career, and I have a career, not Madison Square Garden career, but I have a career of sorts. Sometimes it's not about what you do. It's about the things that you did not do. Like I recently pissed and moaned about I didn't go out on the Swingers Club tour. Good call me. A movie / opportunity I turned down, Bikini Bandits. One of the greatest things I never did. I think I told that story before, but I'll tell it right now for those of you just tuning in. I was on the film set of For Richer for Poorer, staying down in a hotel, and I got contacted. If I can't remember the specifics, either they called me, or I think they called me. The phone number my wife left me. She said, "Call this number. It's this guy, director in Philly. He wants you to be in a movie." So I call up the director from my hotel room, and the director answered his own phone, which I thought was a little odd, given the scale of the message of how magnificent this film was going to be and all the big stars that would be in it. So I was a little suspicious there. And the guy started to sound a little sleazy, like almost like he just went to a strip club and picked out like 5 strippers and promised them a couple $100, and they said, "Yes, let's go make a movie." But at that point, I wasn't quite sure, so they were thrilled to get me on this film. So they actually overnighted a script and a press kit for the film of shit that they had so far, which I felt all so fucking full of myself and so cocky I couldn't fucking believe it. I'm the fucking man. They want Amish in their film. That's what they want. And they're going to overnight me the press kit for the film. That's badass. So when I got it, it was Bikini Bandits. And basically, I was correct. There were like 4 badass stripper girls who just ran around, robbed banks, and just beat the fuck out of every guy they could get a hold of. And they'd put whipped cream and shove frozen hot dogs up his ass, and they'd just leave him for fucking dead. And they were going to be hiding out in Lancaster, and that's where they would run into me. And while getting attacked by 4 rogue strippers who were going to defile me with a frozen hot dog and some whipped cream, might seem like a fun bachelor party. It's not really anything you would want as a fucking movie. It's not really anything I would want in the first place. So my wife, and our children, and our grandchildren are thrilled that Pappy turned down his role in Bikini Bandits. Best thing I ever did not do. Um, so I'm kind of sort of out of shit here. Let me check the time. I didn't set a time for this. Oh, let's see here. Oh, it's fucking 9 o'clock. My show's over. I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm out. I'm finished. As I always like to say, your donations keep the electric on, and they actually keep Sparky fed, and some of it goes to Bearcat, and some of it, so if you can help the show out, help me out, that would be fantastic. Patreon is the place to go. You can subscribe for like as little as $3 a month, and then quit and join and quit and join. This is fucking stupid. If you can share my shows around to people, that's badass. If you get to Summersville Theater, that's badass. If you get to New Year's Eve show at Mace, that's badass. If you get to Arts Quest in January, I think it's January 8th, that's badass. If you get to Selins Grove VFW at the end of January, that's badass. If you can get to Kennett Flash Theater rescheduled show in February, I think it's the first Friday in February, that's badass. But if truth be told, if I can make the same amount of money sitting home in my comfy chair as I could out on tour, I would so fucking have this be my tour. And it is you, the fan, that can keep me home. Because you fuckers all say, and I mean that in a nice way, we can't wait to see you live. And then when I book the show, then you say, well, that's a bad night for us. Well, fuck me. Let me plan around my pandemic recovery a little better next time. I am signing off. I don't know how to do it because I have two devices here. Fair is fair. It seems only fair to turn off Facebook first because I'm 99% sure that YouTube is mostly my unshunned. So, Facebook, thanks for tuning in. If you can get over there, come on over. I'll finish that. But I'm actually still going on YouTube. Ha ha!
Richter said, ask him to call Crenshaw, but I think they're at a birthday party.
My wife says, Richter says I should call Crenshaw again. Richter, here's why I fucking love you, and you're also a dick, and I mean that in the nicest way. You like to suggest me doing the dumbest thing that I could think of doing, just because it's a special memory for you. Bourbon balls. Okay, that's fucking funny. But you just comment bourbon balls willy-nilly and people don't know what the fuck it is. My wife is over there. She has a shot of bourbon. I think it's for me, but I'm not having it yet. She got drunk just showing me the thing. So when we called Crenshaw last week, that was fun because I remembered that I didn't call him back. And that's what we called him back, and then he didn't answer, and then we left the message, and he still didn't call me back. But Richter, Mr. Bourbon Balls, thinks, wouldn't it be fun if we called Crenshaw every fucking week?
Yeah, I think they're at a birthday party.
So that we believe, my wife believes they're at a birthday party, apparently that I was not invited to. Whose birthday is it?
I don't know. I could.
Oh, you don't have to. We don't know. So
You could wish Jyoti happy birthday.
oh, that's right. Happy birthday, Jyoti, if you're watching. That's our daughter, but she's up in New York with her husband, rooftop barring up there and all kinds of fun shit. Happy birthday to you. Let's see, happy anniversary to me. Our daughter's birthday's coming up December 11th. I was going to get her a kitten from the alley, but she just got a kitten, so I don't have to do that. Boom, roasted. So that's all that's going on here right now. Oh, I got to tell you this. This is the thing I did. I'm really proud of this. Street parking is a fucking pain in the ass. It really is. I always piss and moan. We've used the honor system here forever. It's parked in front of your house. I have fucking 3 spots, in theory, in front of my house and only 1 fucking car. So when I come home and I can't park it, I go a little fucking nuts. There's a really big fucking van that parks in a spot that takes up all fucking 3 of them. And defense of him, there's no fucking place to put it, but he actually could put it up around the corner. And I'm of the mindset where if you have a big fucking van like that, and there's never, ever, 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 ever room in front of your own fucking house, you can't just fucking park a big van in front of other people's houses. You say, I have a big van, but I only have one little parking spot. What am I going to do? Fuck the neighbors. I'll just do that. You need a plan. So we mostly have the Pontiac Grand Am out there, and it's kind of big. But I figured out people don't like to parallel park, and especially a big fucking van. So I measured. It took me a whole week, and I measured, and I moved it up 3 inches, and I moved it back 3 inches, and I eyeballed it, and then I was so fucking happy with it. Now I know exactly where to line up the Grand Am in a parking spot in relationship to our front bushes, so only a fucking master parallel parker could put that fucker in there, and the big fucking white van never. And it's one of those things where I know I'm a dick, but I think holding one of 3 spots for me when I come home, I don't think it's fucking too much to ask. And then it's my wife too, when she goes out and she's come home, she got fucking groceries, and you see the big fucking white van is there. There's no tension, there's no problem now, but there could be. So stay tuned for future rants about that. That's another thing. It's coming up on the season, and there's 2 schools of thought here. You shovel the snow, you put the lawn chair out. It looks like fucking hillbillies, Beverly Hillbillies, but you're like, at least I got my fucking spot. And then you got to double park, run out, get the chair, bank that fucker in. Because if you don't, the big fucking vans are gonna come and take your fucking spots. I'm old school. If I have to park in front of somebody else's house, if I have to, I'll do it, and I will move that fucking car just as quickly as I can. And that's very rare. And it would be somebody that I know who said, if you can't find a spot, just put it there. I still don't fucking like doing it. So I am assholish enough to mastermind where to park a car to prevent another car from parking to fuck me up. I know that will come back to haunt me. I know it will, because this is a dick move on my part. But what am I going to do? I'm an asshole. I can't control myself. There's only so much my wife can do to help me. So there you have it. There's your
pill.
parking. Take my pill. That's right. Take my pill. More fun stuff here. I was going to save some of this for the Mary documentary, and I still will. So the feral cat, that's an illegal alien that lives mostly upstairs, just fucking incredible. You would never believe this was a feral cat. And she's my cat, so there's that. And because she's stuck upstairs because of Sparky, natural enemies, she can get bored. Some cats sleep all day and some don't. So I ripped some of the bathroom apart to, and it's this is we love our home, but we rent, and it's an older home, and I had to yuck some things around to put one-way film on the bathroom window. And those windows are really fucking hard to open because it's one of those storm windows where you have to pinch the little things in. You can see where they pinch, but they never fucking pinch. So you pinch that fucking, the window's screaming. I haven't been pinched to open in fucking 40 years, but I do it and pushed it up and put a bird feeder on the outside, the plungers, and now it looks badass. And then you put the bird seed, and all these little fucking birds come, and there's a stool there, and Mary sits, and she loses her fucking mind. And then they clean it out every day, and then I gotta go get a Dixie cup, put bird seed from the front porch, take it up in the bathroom, open up, push the thing up, hold the window open with one of these that doesn't have a pincher on it, and then reach out in the fucking cold and pour the bird seed into the feeder. Now, the birds recognize this is gonna happen, and they start fucking flying at me while my hand's out the window. It's fucking scared the shit out of me. I almost fucking fell into the toilet, and I wasn't actually on the toilet. It scared the fuck out of me. And I did all this for Mary, who sometimes doesn't give a fuck. She'll just come and then so the birds are there, and I gotta go find Mary and pick her up, which she doesn't like, and set her on the fucking stool, and then she'll see them, and then she'll go. Then she'll plan an attack, and then she'll go. Why do the birds eat and I don't get to eat? Fuck this, and then she'll turn, and then she'll head straight for the fucking treat bowl, and then that's it. You think she'd try to fucking dive through the window or at least wait till the last bird was gone, but no, she's, thank you for this. It was fun, but I'm fucking bored, and that's it. So I am excited to do the Tales of Mary, pun intended, because she's ridiculous. This is a cat who was feral outside, and we got to be friends. I don't know how. She thought I would just run around and chase squirrels with her. And I know you think I'm making it up, but my wife and daughter can attest to this. I beep the car and go out and feed her, and then she'd be like, okay, let's go. And then she would run towards a tree and go up, and then she would look back to see if I was following. And of course, I'm a little too old to run, chase cats, and climb trees. That would scare the neighbors more than they're already scared of me. And then Mary would turn around and go, dude, what the fuck? We had a meal. Now we're going to go chase some fucking squirrels. Come on. And then I'm like, she'd be like, you're completely no fun. So I probably taught her how to be bored with fun shit. And that's why she looks at the birds. She's like, fuck it. I'm going to take it or leave it. So there's that. So that's fun stuff. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm trying to make adjustments in my life to make everything more fun for wherever I'm involved. And the example is, in the party last night, and the loud people in the back, old me would have went fucking nuts. Quiet back there, you motherfuckers. I'm trying to fucking work here. And new me's going, there has to be a different way. Because they're always there. They're always there. You go to any holiday party that's big like that, and there will be a group of loud people in the back who are making a giant statement, which is basically, fuck everyone. I don't really give a flying fuck about anyone. Open bar, food, let's fucking party. And there's probably something to be said about that, but it becomes, they're always there. There's always that group that rebel against the party, and they're just going to drink, and they're just going to eat, and they don't give a fuck if the boss hired a fucking mariachi band or whatever the fuck they are. They don't give a fuck. So just look for those, and instead of going over the fucking cuckoo's nest, try to focus and see how you can make something possibly a little more fun for them. I don't know. I don't really know what the plan is. It seemed like I had more wisdom than wisdom. It looks like I've lost my picture. Where did I go?
You're in here.
I'm in there.
You're in my phone.
Well, I'm going to be going away any minute, I think. Let's see what happened. I'm going to post this. All right, stay with me, everyone. I'm unplugging the camera and I'm plugging it back in because I'm gone on the MacBook. I'm gone. I made it back. No, I did not make it back. That means that either the camera software is out of date or something else. Because I'm going away. Did I go yet?
The chat's still coming, but I don't know.
Well, no, you probably can't see me though.
I can see you, but I don't know.
Well, you can see me in the room here, but can you see me in the phone?
I can, but
I don't have the slightest idea how I lost this video feed. Streaming live for just audio seems really fucking dumb. It's the dumbest thing. It's that I did this thing where they say, did you try turning it off and turning it on again? I actually tried that and it didn't work. So that's where I'm going to wrap this thing. I love you, Peckerheads. Thanks for tuning in. Send me money. If you don't have any, go out and commit a small crime and send me the money, because that's kind of evidence. My wife made a frumpy face at that because that means that was over the line and I shouldn't have said that, and I apologize, and that's why I love her, because she stops me from doing stupid shit if she sees me do it. All right, I'm going to hit this thing. Let's see if this happens now. Stream ending. There's that.